Hello,
Uh,
sir.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Oh, all things considered, not too bad. Lucky, but going through it like all of us.
I know, boy, and you've had quite a year, haven't you? Slapping little baby Yoda.
Yeah, just to kick it off. Yeah, 2020 wasn't already nuts. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Always wanted to be part of the Star Wars universe, like any kid growing up in the '80s. And the second I get that chance, I become the most hated man on the internet.
I'll tell you, but boy, what an opportunity that is! A
Oh,
terrific
it was
show.
incredible.
And speaking of terrific shows,
Yeah.
the humor in this, the way that the heart in this reminds me of some of those old great 50s and 60s kind of situation comedies where they're gentle, you're not hit over the head. This is just a great show.
I really appreciate that, man. No, if we can, if we remind someone of Some Like It Hot or something, fantastic and you know even well paced, something you can watch with the grandkids. I mean, there's some language, a lot of language, more language in ours than that film in particular, but that means a lot to me. I because I was a little bit still old, but a little bit younger than yourself. Is I feel that way about sports movies and a lot of movies from the '80s and '90s. Things by Ron Shelton and Nora Ephron, and that's the vibe we were going for. I mean, Ted Lasso is a fun character that has a lot of hope and optimism to him, and so the show has to, is through his eyes, through his prism. So I'm glad you felt that way.
But what's really cool about you as a creator, producer, and star is that you do allow your cast to have their moments in the episodes too.
Oh heck yeah! Once a point guard, always a point guard. Yeah, when when someone on your team's got the hot hand, you get the ball to him or her, and coming through places like Second City and Improv Olympic and the Annoyance Theater in Chicago and doing improv and ensemble based sketch comedy, and then coming up with what I can happily say is one of the all time great SNL generations, and having the best seat in the house to watch those people. I know when to keep my mouth shut and let the real geniuses do the work.
And sports is a metaphor, for life. I just talked with Gotham Chopra, and
I don't know who that is.
that's Deprak's son, who's doing sports
Oh,
documentaries,
oh,
and
I didn't
says,
know that.
yeah, and says sports is a religion. Um,
100%. Yeah.
and this is that type of show where sports is like the metaphor for life.
Yes. It really is. And each sport or anything that you learn well, you can usually lay a life metaphor over it. I because for years and years basketball was and still is my default metaphor. And then working at a place like SNL, which is a little bit more ubiquitous and everyone's grown up with. That's probably taken over for me metaphorically, but yeah, and boy oh boy, soccer slash football in the UK is probably as big. I don't, as John Lennon would say, it's probably bigger than God. So
As as we wrap, I mean, do you allow some improv in the show?
yeah, absolutely, and even bigger than that is allowing the actors to anglicize things. Because a perfect example is like in the pilot we had the Higgins character who plays Rebecca, the team's owner's assistant. Calling her ma'am all the time because being from the Midwest and I was like, oh, that's how you show respect. You say ma'am. And the second I heard Jeremy Swift, who plays Higgins, say it in the read through, it sounded like mom, with the accent. And I was like, oh, that's a different show. Yeah, just say Miss Welton. Like you don't need to say ma'am. So it's I definitely allow for improv because yeah the script is just it's like chords in a fake book, and then letting these actors take over the character and solo on it however they want and switch up the words when more appropriately.
Jason, it's a pleasure to catch up with you and talk with you again. Ted Lasso, Apple TV Plus. Uh, it's my favorite show right now, so I
Awesome.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Tony. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching the whole thing.
This celebrity interview is sponsored by.
I'm Annette Savarella with Pia Anderson Moss Hoyt, Utah's leading entertainment law firm, serving clients nationwide. We provide solid, attentive representation focusing on minimizing risk, reducing cost, and protecting the reputation and privacy of our clients. Our goal is to provide you with the legal representation you need to make the right decisions and to protect you and your creative works. Call or email me for a free consultation.